I'm delighted on behalf of the Astros to announce a 3-year contract, 2 additional years to Justin Verlander's time here with the Astros. We all think back to 2017 when Justin arrived. Our city and our fans were dealing with the devastating results of Hurricane Harvey, and Justin Verlander came in and helped us all transition from that time of tragedy and that time of despair to a special moment of celebration and accomplishment for the Houston Astros and for the city of Houston and for the state of Texas. I want to thank Mark Pieper, Justin's agent. I want to thank Kate, who has been behind Justin all the way. And thank you, Kate, for supporting the decision to allow him to be traded to Houston back in 2017. I hope you like that decision at this point. I want to thank Justin's family and friends for all their support and advice. And I want to thank Jim Crane for his support in making this happen. We gave up a lot of young, promising talent to acquire 3 postseason runs of Justin Verlander. And during that time so far, we reached and won the World Series, and we reached the American League Championship Series last year. With this commitment today, we stretched that to 5 postseason runs with Justin Verlander on our team. We are compensating Justin at the level that he deserves. The highest annual value of all time for pitchers, and for a player that, in my opinion, is going to be a shoo-in to get in the Hall of Fame. That is well deserved. And I mention that because the Astros don't typically make people the highest paid of all time, but this is it's a special circumstance for a special player, and I'm delighted to have Justin around for at least 3 more seasons. Justin's going to make a few comments, and then we'll open it up for questions.
First off, I want to thank my family, my wife Kate, my new daughter Genevieve, my mom and dad, everybody that has helped support me to this point. I think there were a lot of stories out there about when my wife and I made the decision to okay the trade to Houston, and a lot went into that. But I think looking back, it was a difficult decision, but it no doubt was the right decision. It was part of a World Series championship, and since I've been here with my new teammates, it's been, in my opinion, the best organization in baseball. I'm just humbled to be a small part of that, and I need to thank the whole organization from top to bottom, from my teammates to Mr. Crane to Jeff. You guys helped make this transition easy, and that's saying a lot. My teammates in the locker room, you guys have made this so much fun. It's been some of the most fond memories I've had in baseball in my career because of you guys, and that support goes a long way, and that's a major reason why I wanted this extension here, to continue to be a part of this, to continue this legacy here in Houston with the best organization in baseball, with the best team in baseball, and hopefully we can come away with a championship or 2 more in my time frame here. So thank you, everybody, and particularly Jim. Thank you.
Justin, can you kind of take us through the time frame of when you approached the organization that you may like to stay here, and how the negotiations have gone since we've gotten to West Palm?
Well, I think it all started at the Astro Gala when I think I was asked if I would be open to an extension. I said absolutely. It would be something I would consider. I think that kind of opened the door to the possibility, and then when we got down here, honestly, it kind of came together pretty quickly. I think I can't speak for the organization or Jeff, but there was a lot of moving pieces. Obviously, Bregg's extension, some other guys' press. These guys, congratulations to them as well. So I think that had in large part to do with my situation. So it honestly came together pretty quickly. I'd say a couple weeks ago we started the conversation. It was a good negotiation. I think it was. Both sides were very fair, and I think this is a great scenario where it hopefully works out great for both sides.
Jim, what have you learned about Justin since he got to Houston about 1.5 years ago?
I didn't hear the.
What have you learned about Justin since he got to Houston 1.5 years ago?
Well, Justin is his record speaks for itself. He's a great talent, and I think the dimensions he's added in the locker room and the leadership, and he's been very helpful with a lot of our young guys. So having him at the top with the team, and he works hard. He's got a regimen that he stays in great shape, and he's always ready to pitch. And he's just a special talent that you don't run across in baseball very often. And then with the leadership, I mean, we've got a lot of young pitchers, so we're hoping he works with them and shows them what he knows and how to work. And I think that's already rubbed off on a lot of guys. So we're just happy to have him and have him for a few more years. And it's a great deal for both sides, and we're ready to play some baseball here soon.
Yeah.
Justin, what's the significance of having the highest AAV of any pitcher in history at this point? Is that something that was something obviously you wanted, but was that kind of a negotiation, something that came up?
Yes, it was. It was something that was important to me. I think, seeing the ripple effect of contracts and how it can affect other players. I think, in my opinion, the ability to go short term isn't something that teams get too often. It's the ability to go short term like that. So for that, I thought it was a very fair compensation. And also the way it affects future players' contracts in age 37, 38 seasons, I think just helps push the boundary a little bit, which is something that's important to me.
Jeff, how does this maybe solidify your rotation going forward? Especially you were slated to have 4 guys go into free agency. Now locking him up, what does this do for your rotation going forward?
Well, it's big for us, I think, not only for this year having Justin and Garrett at the top of the rotation, but having the rest of the guys that have made the team. I think we're going to be formidable. I think we're going to have rotation's going to be a strength again. We know we've got a lot of young pitchers that are on their way, and Justin and Garrett have already done a lot of mentorship with them. But if we think about next year with Lance coming back and Justin here and Brad's still here, and we're going to have a good rotation for a long time, and that's where it all starts. You don't win in the postseason without excellent pitching, and for us to know that we have a Cy Young caliber, All-Star, MVP, future Hall of Fame guy at the top of our rotation means the next 3 years are going to be a lot of fun in Houston.
Justin, we began the spring with a lot of people talking about the stagnant free agent market, and we seem to have ended the spring with a lot of contract extensions, both here and across baseball. What do you make of that?
I think, I still stand behind my words as the free agent market. I think there's some issues that need to be resolved, I think, for both sides. The extensions and the large contracts. I think you see the top of the food chain, those guys are always going to get their contracts, the Bryce Harpers, the Mike Trouts, those guys. I think extensions are a new wave in baseball that I think teams are understanding the situation that they're in when they have the player in-house. There's a mutual leverage there for both sides to get something done. And I think that's why you're seeing a lot of this happen right now. I don't think, I can only speak for myself. I wasn't scared of free agency and what's going on. I thought this was a good situation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've really enjoyed my time here in Houston. Like I said, part of something special here. All-time wins last year, World Series championship the year before. I don't want to be anywhere else. This is a great team, and it's going to continue to be a great team. What these guys have done with the talent that we have and we've accumulated, and the talent that's up and coming, I can't see a better situation. So that's for me why this extension was a perfect marriage.
And Jeff, same question. Is this the trend now in baseball, you think, more extensions than free agent?
Well, we've seen extensions really over the past 20 years, but they used to tend to be extensions where clubs would get some flexibility and maybe some options and so forth. I think these extensions are market value, and that's where we're realizing that these players have value, and we know them, they know us, and the same thing Justin just echoed. It's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have a lot of good talent. If I could extend all these guys, I absolutely would.
Justin, in the year and a half you've been in Houston, I guess what has grown on you, or what has endeared you to the organization and the city that you wanted to make this happen and stay here for 2 more years?
The first thing that I think about is our family, the guys that are in the locker room, from top to bottom, from AJ, to Strami, to all the coaching staff, to my teammates who, we go fight every single day. We're with each other during the season more than we are our family. So that bond is something that is really special to me. And I've been a part of some great teams with some good locker rooms and some teams that weren't the best of locker rooms. So I think that's a natural thing over a course of 15 years. But I think that gives me the perspective to appreciate how special this is. I mean, just this atmosphere that's been created here is something that I want to be a part of.
Justin, do you think this is your last contract?
No,
And why is that?
because I plan on keep pitching.
I have a question.
All right.
For the new generation that want to be a player like you, what are your recommendations to have a good arm and not have a problem with the surgery?
That is a loaded question, and I don't think we have all the time in the world for that answer. I think if I were going to break it all down in a nutshell, I think the most important thing is to listen to your body. I think I've been blessed to have some good coaches along the way, but more importantly, I think I listened to myself and kind of tried to pay attention to what my body's telling me, whether that's push harder or pull back or whatever it is. That to me is the most important thing you can do.